Today on the Topping Show, Bud Light tweet shows a poll that shows that most Americans actually prefer lead water over Bud Light. Best Buy CEO's dark past comes to the surface. Bud Light censorship is confirmed. Disney is losing millions of subscribers while hiring a transgender TikTok star to sell girls' clothes. Porsche goes woke and erases a famous landmark with Jesus in the background. A liberal woman is attacked in San Francisco and goes viral. The IRS is unable to locate millions of tax records. Ron DeSantis is replacing his 2024 campaign manager. Andy Ngo loses his case against Antifa while the opposition lawyers say I am Antifa. Michael Kors company is sold for $8.5 billion. San Francisco votes yay for driverless taxis. Virgin Galactic takes its first space tourist. Buc-ee's opens their first store in Ohio. And Target has a recall for candles. All of that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, need a little assistance, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Michael Kors' parent company selling for $8.5 billion. Which just goes to show you fashion does sell. Now, the actual parent company behind that owns Michael Kors, they also own Versace and a couple other fancy brands. That company is known as Capri Holdings, which has nothing to do with Capri Sun. I checked. That would have been a fascinating now that you think about it, in terms of diversification, having the higher end fashion clothing and then the supposedly natural fruit drinks for children. But Capri Sun is in no relation to this company. The sale broke down to about $57 per share, which equated with a total market value of $8.5 billion. The sale is going to go to a company called Tapestry, which also owns Kate Spade, as well as Stuart Weitzman. And this is a huge push for them trying to compete with the big boys of fashion, which are really the European fashion powerhouses. Well, if you think of that, the biggest one that you could think of is LVMH, which, yeah, it's a pretty uninspiring name. I'm sure it's an acronym, and acronyms do make it sound smart, but LVMH is actually the company founded by French entrepreneur Bernard Arnault, and it is a very successful holding company. They have some of the most successful brands you've ever heard of. They have TAG Heuer, Tiffany & Co., Dior, Sephora, Marc Jacobs, Louis Vuitton, and dozens of others I can barely pronounce. Personally, I just like to have one good suit, make it last quite a bit. Now, it looks like in terms of the Tapestry sale, they're going to maybe compete with them. Tapestry, they've been growing ever so slightly, and Capri's market value is around $4 billion. So it's a fifth of its 2014 peak, and Tapestry is currently worth around $10 billion. So it'll be interesting to see, with all the fashion consolidation we're seeing these days, who will come out on top. LVMH has a huge lead on the competition, and usually these brands don't trade hands too often. So it'll be interesting to see, do we see more startups? Or are there any gaps left in the fashion industry? Time shall tell, but of course, I only need one good suit to look good. Pun moderately intended. Thank you everyone again for taking the time to tune in. Really want to appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to like as well as comment. Those also greatly appreciate. Really make the content a lot better, as we appreciate the critical feedback. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone to stay safe and fight the good fight.